Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today.
Ready. Set, go. On the set. Leaf river, leaf river. Set up. 60 oil, hit it. Set. 18 Gator. Ready, ready.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood.
Hey, orbit.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Bang, 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 bang. Kill, kill, kill. Check 13, check 13.
Hey, Haywood.
Switch.
Get it.
On first down, Jones escaping the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. Check. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Hey, Alpha. Now.
To throw again on second down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, beware, a ball may come your way.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 99. Check 99. Watch out. Watch out.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second.
Backers play with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Shift, shift. Check, 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 check. Check safety, check safety.
They run the counter. Hitchcock. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Both the mic. Mike,
Go, go.
better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Say it.
Shoot.
Throwing Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talk to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Wide, get wide. Alert 3.
Big dribble.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw. 5.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. A 2nd broken tackle. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going.
To us about leaning on him, because as you noted last week, they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a big 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Let's get it. At the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On 3rd down, Washington. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came. It got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Yo, go, go!
Bofo's the Mike. Mike's Bofo.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
44. Mike, 44.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch twist. Watch.
Hey, wahoo!
Now Jones. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come get some.
Come on, hey, Charlie!
Here,
Hey, go!
To throw again, Washington. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got room. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Get it.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 33. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
50's the mark, 50's the mark. You run.
Now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
23 yards the pickup there. Off play action. Washington. He shakes him off. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
On 3rd and 2, Washington. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Back to throw. Washington. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Strip the ball.
Hey, exit.
57. Mike 57. Blue there. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Go.
Tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check, check. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And who we got?
Ready?
Jones now. Throwing again. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Orbit.
Mike Fofo, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 3, check 3. Slam.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Ross on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Washington. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
57 to Mike. 57.
Squeeze.
To throw on 3rd down. Washington into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 9 now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Washington. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Sponge! No!
Go! Get it.
2nd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the gun, Washington. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey, Echo.
Operating from the gun, Washington. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They run again on first down. Cook able to escape and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
22-jet bombers, 22-jet bombers.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Watch the screen.
Ready?
2nd and 2. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Get it.
From the gun, Washington. Open man, it's Allen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
90, Wolf.
This quarterback now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10.
Mike, 57. Watch the run.
from the gun. It's a give to Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And some space here. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Watch the safety creep.
Look at me. Go. Go.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
And I...
A first down carry for Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Ready.
Watch the slant.
Pilot. 64. Weak.
Kill, kill. Hatchet, hatchet. Check 31, check 31.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Hey. Wahoo. Shoot.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A big play there out of Cook. 46 yards on the ground. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. Washington going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary
team is playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Washington. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score. as his guys are back within a single score.
Ready, set.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Back, now.
Now Saquon Barkley. They find some open field here. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
No.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Jim. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
It's Barkley on the counter. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50. Let's get the ball.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Watch the edge. Switch.
They'll go to Barkley again. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Bang, 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 bang. Kill. Check 13. Check 13.
Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Foxtrot.
From the gun, Washington. The open man here, Renfro. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Exit.
Throwing on first down, Washington. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
80 weapons.
50 seconds to Mike. All day, dog. Chance.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Washington. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Washington, Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And the Raider first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, Orbit. Ready?
He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood. Get wild.
On 4th down, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Alert 3. Slam.
61. Matchbox lights. Hustle, snap.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Come on.
First down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Kill. Check. Crunch.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Oakland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank